Today, on Be Something Wonderful, this did it for me. The law of assumption at work. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Here we are in Ninh Binh, Vietnam. We're still in the north, and we're going to head tomorrow to central Vietnam, so stay with us. More content coming. I want to talk about a really powerful session I had today with a client that said, this really did it for me. And I'm going to talk about what did it for her. She has been with this, seeing a person now for 4 years. Pretty serious relationship. And for the past 2 years, she said there's been hints or signs that they're going to get engaged. But she finally got it. That this was a video that she watched, a few videos, but specifically one where I was talking about signs. That she finally got it that signs are not about telling you that you're getting close to your manifestation or it's coming. Because she got the idea that that's what was keeping her in this sort of perpetual state of waiting for it to come. Always keeping it in the future. And she finally got the idea. Here's what she said. The idea that signs are not messages, that your manifestation is close or that your new reality is coming, but rather they are evidence and proof of your new reality. That did it for me. I'm paraphrasing here, sort of putting it in my words. But this is what she was getting at, right? The idea that signs are not messages, that your manifestation is close or that your new reality is coming, but rather they're evidence and proof of your new reality. That did it for her. That moved her fully in this idea that these are not signs, but that she's in that new reality. She's in that assumption. It's unfolding. And she can only keep it in the future by looking at those as signs and waiting for it. And then, sure enough, on Valentine's Day, he made it official. They got engaged. So this is the big deal. And so so here's what the stuff that we talked about. It was so exciting. We really unpacked this video of signs and really went with a little further on what this all means, really how she moved into this reality. Either that new version of yourself and reality exists, right? She brought up this that I've said before. Here and now, or in the here and now, or it doesn't exist at all. She goes, that really hit me. Right? That in this idea that non-existence is impossible. If she's imagining it and she's assuming it, it exists. And it not only exists, it exists now and exists here, not in the future. It's not coming, it's done, right? And remember what we've talked about. If you can think, imagine and desire and want and assume it, it exists. This is really what was resonating with her, right? If you can think about it, imagine it, desire it, and want it and assume it, it exists as a reality within that greater reality. All potential, all possibilities, all knowing, all power exists here and now and everywhere, or it doesn't exist at all, and that's impossible. So everything you want, everything you desire exists here and now as you assume it, as you claim it, as you imagine it, right? And so, and then we talked about this idea. She loved the analogy from the verse from Scripture that I've unpacked in many videos, but it really applies to her situation. I want to show you how this really matches what we're talking about here. So this from John 14:2-3 that Jesus talks about, in my Father's house are many mansions. In my Father's house are many mansions, right? In other words, there are many mansions, many realities. They exist within the absolute mind of God, God consciousness. Within the mind of God consciousness exists all possibilities and all realities. That's what resonated with her. That reality exists. All possibilities exist. All realities, including your assumptions, including your desires, including everything you want, exist right now, or they don't exist at all. That's what Jesus was getting at. My Father has many mansions. And then he goes on to make that point. If it were not so, I would have told you. In other words, either it exists or it doesn't, And if it didn't exist, I would tell you. So it must exist. Do you see it here? Either it does or it doesn't. And if it were not so, all would cease to exist, which is impossible. That's what Jesus is saying. If it wasn't so, nothing would exist. And non-existence is impossible. And then, so that's big. And then he goes on to say, I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also. Let's really unpack that part. So that idea, right, that idea that I go and prepare a place, in other words, she says, if I assume it, if I imagine it, if I believe it, if I claim it, then I'm preparing a place. And if I prepare a place, then my higher self, I must go. Where I am in imagination must be my reality right now. That's what it's saying. What I imagine, what I assume, what I claim must be a reality right now. If I prepare it, it's done. And then I'll come again and receive you unto myself. Where I am, there you may be also. So let's really hit this. She goes, I finally got it. That the specific processes and techniques don't matter. I just need to prepare a place to receive the new reality by assuming it with conviction and be willing to believe that the new reality that it's a new reality in that moment. This is what she was saying, right? Hear how that fits that quote in Scripture, that verse in Scripture by Jesus, that if I assume it, or in other words, if I go, it must be. If I assume it, if I claim it, if I imagine, if I declare that's my new reality, it must be. And if I prepare a place for you, I will come again. Notice the wording here. I will go and then I will come. In other words, you merge with that reality. The going, it's not I came or I will go. It's I go and then I will come. Those realities merge. Notice the verse there. I will come again and receive you to myself. In other words, I'll receive that new reality. This is what she was saying. I need to prepare a place to receive that new reality. That really resonated with her. That where I am in my imagination must be reality. It's not a sign that it's coming. It's not a sign that it's close. It must be reality, because where I am, there you must be also. Where your assumption is, then that reality must be there also, right? You are that I am. And just rest in the conviction that where I am in my assumption, that new reality must be also. That's what Scripture's saying, that where I am, there you must be also. Let's read this again so you get it. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. In other words, it either exists or it doesn't. And if it didn't, I would have told you, right? And non-existence is impossible. And I go to prepare a place for you. In other words, I assume it, I claim it, I declare it as a reality. When? Now. Why? Because if I go and prepare a place, if I do claim it, if I do assume it, if I rest in that conviction, that knowing that all realities exist, and when I claim it, then I'll come again and receive you to myself. In other words, I will receive that new reality. It's a reality now. That 3D world, the 3D world must rearrange itself around that. It must yield to my new state of being, right? And that where I am, there you may be also. Where you are in your imagination, where you are in your assumption, the 3D reality must coalesce around it, that you must be there also physically. It must be. Those realities must join. That's what we're talking about here. That's powerful. That's really why she said, that did it for me. That's really the law of assumption at work. What you assume, what you claim to be true of yourself and your reality must be reality in that moment, right? Or it's not a reality at all. And we know that there's only ultimate reality and there's only existence. So when you make a claim on existence as consciousness, as awareness of being, then that awareness of being, that consciousness must be that reality in that moment. That's powerful. That did it for me. That's the law of assumption at work. I am your host, Tom Kearin. This is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for liking the videos and sharing the videos and commenting and just sharing the joy on this channel. I just love it. I love being with you here every day or nearly every day. We also have a membership channel. There's a link below, a link that you can hit. A couple of you asked me about that. There is a link to join the membership channel in each description, in each video in the description. Also, we have a Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, where you can share insight and guidance or ask for insight and guidance from others. It's a great group. And also, we have an Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, or just go to our website anytime at tomkearin.com or besomethingwonderful.com for all that information and more. Creators, we'll see you soon. Next stop, Central Vietnam and Hoi An, and more coming from there. Until next time, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom. See you soon.